Yo, what is going on, guys? Alex7 here, and welcome back to another test drive unlimited Solar Crown video. And then today I'm going over something that's very intriguing to me, and it has been ever since I found out. So let's get straight onto this video talking about the 100 licensed car marks that will be in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Let's go. Now, just to give you some background to this information, on Big Ben's financial document, and which, by the way, Big Ben is basically the parent company of Nikon. Nikon publishes games, KT is going to be developing the game, and Big Ben is kind of the overseer, I guess you could say, the main parent company of Nikon. They basically branched off and made Nikon, I guess, a new publisher name for Big Ben. But anyway, in this public financial document, which was posted last year July, and it was also the same document that was also posted in 2020 in July, so I'm sure we're going to see something similar again this year. But basically in both documents it mentioned 100 licensed prestige car marks. Now you're going to ask me, Alex, what is a car mark? Well, it could be car brands. Basically, brand is the French word for mark. However, this isn't only limited to car manufacturers such as Audi, Lamborghini, Koenigsegg, Bugatti, etc. You get the point. It could also be car brands such as clothing, such as Golf for example, or even brake systems such as Brembo, or wheels such as HRE or BBS, etc. You guys get what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be limited to car manufacturers, because let's be honest, 100 car manufacturers in a game is insane. I don't even think Gran Turismo 7 or even Forza Horizon 5 has vehicles of that number. But this is really intriguing to me because, as you guys know, Test Drive Unlimited 2 didn't have a lot of customization or tuning. I mean, you could spec your car in the dealership, get it ready, paint, rims, etc. But there weren't any aftermarket rim options, nor were there any licensed brake packages or suspension packages, nothing of that sort. However, we do know that Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is going to be modernized for the modern era, so maybe that would mean that we get, this time around, a more in-depth customization and tuning method. How in-depth that might be, I'm not too certain, but let me give you some of my theories. So last year, Rims Racing was released, and it was also made on KT's own engine, the KT engine, which is going to be the same engine used for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. However, in this game, it has an insane amount of detail. I mean, they only had a few bikes in the game, but the customization levels within each bike were crazy. And as they say, quality over quantity, and that's still a true statement to this day, because as we take a look at this, here are some of the upgrading features that are available in Rims Racing. For example, you have oil. You can choose your own oil brand in this game. So let's just think about that. Technically, Castrol is also a car mark, so we could be seeing the likes of oil changes in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. That isn't well beyond reach at all. Maybe we actually have to bring our car to regular oil changes. It's really uncertain, but TDU is a game that can go so far in depth with each sequel. It's KT really have a gold mine, and I can't wait to see the future of this franchise now that it's under people that actually know how to manage their money. Shout out to Atari. I just had to throw out a little shot right there, but you guys get what I'm saying. Now, on top of oil changes and Rims Racing, you can also change your bikes, and of course you guys can see right here, brakes are also licensed. You have Brembo brakes here, and of course the same thing goes for suspension. In fact, even your handlebars, you can change so much of your bike in this game. It's really crazy, and if you do love bikes, I highly recommend you pick up this game, Rims Racing. It's available on consoles and PC. In fact, maybe even on Switch, but don't quote me on that though, because I'm not exactly certain. And of course, on top of that, there was obviously customizable rims. You could change your bike's rims to anything aftermarket, and there were some different brands out there. Now again, TDU 2 didn't have any aftermarket options for your rims, and I'm pretty sure that that is a modern feature that a lot of us would love to see in TDU SC. So some of these 100 car marks could be rims such as HRE or BBS, etc. The list goes on. And if KT ever decide to throw in oil changes or actual brake and suspension brand upgrades, this game can go really far in depth, and I'm all for it. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait for more information, but I'll get into that in a bit of when we can be expecting news, because April is almost done, and I know a lot of you are probably gonna be asking me, yo, the news hasn't happened yet, what's happening? Should I be worried? No, not yet. I'll get into that later at the end of the video. But let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about tuning and customization and all of that in TDUSC, and what you guys want to see. Another example of car marks is Rocket Bunny. I mean, it's not out of reach to assume a Rocket Bunny kit will make its way into TDU, whether that's part of the lifestyle or not. I mean, we're on Hong Kong Island, for God's sake, right? We're gonna see some JDM cars whether you like it or not, and chances are we might even be seeing some body kits for said vehicles, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who will find toge as well as drifting around Hong Kong Island very possible, and some of these cars go very well as drift cars with these body kits. So in my opinion, it's not out of reach at all. I can actually see KT doing this. But when you start to add up all these different features that they can add, such as Castrol oil, Brembo brakes, HRE, BBS, Rocket Bunny, etc., a lot of these brands can be compiled into the 100 car marks. Now, give or take, I'm sure it's not 100 because it said 100 in 2020, it said 100 in 2021, and low-key, I think it's gonna say 100 this year as well. I mean, for all we know, it could be less than 100, it could even be more than 100. But even assuming 50 different car manufacturers is quite a big task for KT to do, and that would be a massive car list if you have 50 different car manufacturers. So let's say, for example, there's 40. That still leaves 60 other brands that would be present in the game. And I'm really interested to see what KT have done, because the one thing that I really hope for KT to do in TDUSC is to make a TDU game a TDU game. I don't want to see anything from Forza Horizon or The Crew or Need for Speed. What I really do wish that developers do is stick to their own game and make that one game the best at it is, because as you guys know, and a very good example of this is Forza Horizon, you can't please a whole market of racing game fans. There's always going to be people that don't like certain things, and for example, Forza Horizon is an example for me. I'm not a huge fan of the map or driving an AMG 1 off-road, and I very much do enjoy the lifestyle features that TDU 2 had. So TDUC is always going to be my go-to game, and I'm gonna love it for that. There's gonna be reasons why I'll play Forza Horizon instead of TDU for one day or something. You guys get what I'm saying? I very much do wish games stick to their own natural audience, because that is what makes a game excel. You can't please everyone. But now let's talk about news and information. You guys are probably wondering, it's currently April the 20th and we have yet to get news. And low-key, I don't think we're gonna get news in April at all, because it was just Easter holiday, and I highly doubt Nakon are gonna whip something up in just a couple of days before this month ends. So that leads me to my new guess, May or June, and I'm very certain, honestly, it's gotta happen, because I doubt they're gonna go all the way to July and drop gameplay. It doesn't make any sense. I think they're gonna have to hype it up beforehand, and this is what I think. Now, I don't want to go too in depth because this is pretty much a whole video in itself, but basically Nakon Connect has always been revealed within the first 2 weeks of June, and it's always been slated for the first Tuesday of July. So we could see it July 5th this year, and it could be announced within the first 2 weeks of June. Now, in order to kind of kick up the hype before that, I really do expect us to get something before the first 2 weeks of June. Whatever it is, I just expect them to say something before Nakon Connect actually gets revealed. So that could be anytime in May or very early June. Whatever it is, I know we're getting close, because the community manager did say this, and he did say that news is coming very soon with some exciting TDUSC things. So we're just going to be waiting patient, guys. Other than that, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like down below and subscribe for more Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown content. Let me know what you guys think about the 100 car marks. I really want to go more in depth and kind of figure this out, because last time I talked about it, I didn't really understand what it could be. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Other than that, subscribe for more Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown news. You guys already know what it is. I'm Alex7, and I'm out. Peace.